Scientists say solving a maze can stimulate the part of the brain responsible for memory and learning. But this next story involves a puzzle whose origins are unknown. Some believe whoever made it came from over the sea or even outer space. Take a hike in the remote mountainous area outside Hemet, California, and you might come across a stone surrounded by barbed wire. Come closer, and you'll find this. A large rounded boulder with a strange carving on its face. It's 24 inches squared and looks like an ancient drawing of a maze. It consists of two rectangular boxes, one inside of the other. In the space between the two is a series of parallel lines forming this geometric pattern. A rancher first discovered this stone in 1914 while surveying his property. It's since been fenced off to protect it. Archaeologists have authenticated the maze as a petroglyph from up to 2,000 years ago based on artifacts found nearby. Yet journalist Eric Grundhauser points out this is one maze there's no way to solve.
There's no entry point that actually goes to an end point. So it seems to be a sort of esoteric design.
Grundhauser says some think the petroglyph also resembles another now notorious symbol, the swastika.
Prior to its popularization as a symbol for the Nazi Party, the swastika as a design has actually been used in a number of cultures throughout the world. It has had many meanings, especially in Chinese Buddhism.
In Buddhism, the symbol represents the Buddha's footprints, and in Hinduism and other Eastern religions, it's a sign of prosperity and good luck. Since no one knows who created this petroglyph, some speculate that a possible connection with ancient China is the key.
There is a theory that the 15th century Chinese admiral Zheng He, who put together a fleet to explore the Pacific Ocean, ended up making it to the shore of California, and that the admiral and some Buddhist monks actually came inland and left these carvings along the way.
However, since the design is so unusual, others have a different idea about how it got there.
Given that the carving does not seem to denote any sort of image or symbol that we are immediately familiar with, some believe that it's possible that aliens created this.
Supporters of this theory point out how the design of the petroglyph is similar to that of the circuitry on a computer chip. They say this connects to how some ancient cities like Teotihuacan, Mexico, appear from above to be laid out like a computer circuit board with two large processor chips. So could these be prototypes of computer technology built by advanced ancient alien civilizations? What's most puzzling about this ancient maze glyph is that it's found in the middle of the desert, far from the trading hubs on the coast. It also doesn't seem to say anything specific. So figuring out the intention behind the peculiar design is a real challenge. Our experts may have some insider insight. Anthropologist Kathy Strain analyzes the images to see if they reveal any telltale signs of the carvings being made by ancient alien visitors.
I wouldn't expect this to be created by aliens because it's not precise.
We recreated the symbol, and she's right. You can see how most of the lines are subtly curved rather than being perfectly straight. This rules out lasers or other high-tech tools that you'd expect extraterrestrials to use. So could this design be associated with Chinese Buddhist art, as suggested by the tales of Admiral Chung and his voyages?
This petroglyph is located pretty far away from the ocean, and there are no villages, there's no other thing to tell us that in the 15th century a Chinese ship came to the coast of California and came 100 miles inland to create this petroglyph.
So if Chinese explorers didn't carve this, was it the local native people?
One of the older cultures, long before contact, is the Kumeyaay people. Along the coast where this culture lived are other examples of maze-like petroglyphs. We call it the Rancho Bernardo style. And these are diagnostically similar. We know this culture was trading back and forth, perhaps even 100 miles inland. So that is probably the best possibility.
Based on the other ones that we know that are in about 120-mile radius, I believe that they are boundary markers that denote whoever's territory that was.
Our verdict? The Hemet maze stone was likely created by an indigenous group that would have lived in the area many centuries ago, possibly the Kumeyaay.